It's the Timberwolves, and they're doing business on the road. It's an interconference NBA matchup. Bringing you another edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. From the sideline, our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. Taking a look at Philadelphia. These guys have been getting it done pretty much everywhere in the midst of a good stretch here, back home again, to propel them to another win.
The start of a homestand here, a short one, but nonetheless a very important one. So you want to get off to a good start.
Here's Towns. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. A lot of focus on the guard matchup tonight, Greg. Both these teams rely on their backcourts to lead the way for them.
And if anything, it should make for an entertaining basketball game. And it becomes a little bit of a chess match when it's a backcourt duel. Those are always fun.
MB showing you a little force, wanting to dunk it down whenever he can.
Russell feeling it out a bit. Misses the wing jam.
Total breakdown from the defense there. I mean, he'll usually take advantage when that's the case.
Johnson outside. Pass to Embiid. And they double up Embiid. And Embiid throws it down.
I tell you what, you better watch out, fellas. He is on fire here today.
And we all know what can happen when he gets rolling. A hot start can turn into an explosive scoring night.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Exactly. The defense determined not to allow the easy layup right there. They'll settle for making him earn the free throws.
And the first one at the line is good.
Well, one of the ways you mark consistency is looking at a player's efficiency rating, and Catch is generally among the best in the league.
And certain teams take on the attitude of their city. And over the years, Philadelphia has been one of them. The Sixers known for having tough teams, much like the town.
Pulls it up. And Joel Embiid again. 8 points for Joel Embiid.
You see why they go to Embiid in close. I mean, he's more than capable of getting it in the hoop.
Flying high and throwing it down with the one hand.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
Does it as well as anybody, fellas. Tremendous skill while in the air.
And Greg, you mentioned the 76ers have taken on the identity of Philadelphia. In your estimation, how?
You know, you go all the way back to the 80s. This has been a team that plays hard, focuses on defense, gritty, much like their city. So they tend to play with a chip on their shoulder.
Personal foul. First team foul.
And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. Here's Embiid. Oh, yes, he did. 5 up and 5 down for him so far.
You got to be in awe of what he's doing this quarter, actually destroying the opponent.
Knocks down the 3 ball.
3 points.
Even from deep range, Russell is dialed in, taking a tough shot and making it look easy.
Outside Griffin. A second chance effort. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation.
Minnesota ball. Timberwolves substitution.
Timberwolves trail.
Kyle Anderson. Wendell Moore.
And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Embiid with it. 10 points for him. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
When Joel Embiid entered the NBA, many questioned if he would be able to overcome the devastating injury.
Well, you know, he didn't play his first 2 years in the league. Those questions were fair to ask. I mean, is this guy ever going to get on the court? But once he did, Oh, my. A monster. I've not seen a big guy do the stuff Joel Embiid can do. It's actually insane. Really always a plus to have a big guy stroke it from the line like that. The soft touch on full display.
And the dunk by Embiid.
You know, every year Embiid seems to kick his scoring up just a notch. I think he realizes how dominant he can be.
Philadelphia leading by 5. Harris outside. In the corner, it's Melton. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
Reed gets the bucket.
And you cannot leave anybody open on Ball's team because this guy is excellent at finding his teammates.
Here's Embiid. Can't hit that one. And Minnesota will come the other way. Now let's find out what head coach Chris Finch had to say to David Aldridge. David?
Well, Kevin, he spoke about the strategy coming in of working the ball inside, emphasizing that throughout the game. That's where they think they have the biggest advantage, and they think they can score inside with consistency. We will see how long that holds up, guys.
Okay, David, much appreciated. Near the three-point line, it's Moore. Gets the front of the rim and out. Right wing. Now Embiid. He's got 17. 6 to shoot. Here's Nunn. A shot off that time. Timberwolves go the other way with it. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. That one's rebounded by Embiid. The 76ers leading by 5. Out to Harris. Shoots the 3. That's good, and that's Embiid with the assist. Harris has got a couple of threes now in the first for the 76ers. Here's Ball. That's tipped. A big-time effort for Joel Embiid, providing a lot of energy for the Philadelphia 76ers. Scoring. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1/4 of action so far. What stands out to you guys from the 76ers in this one?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Yeah, you know, I agree. No warm-up needed. They came in on fire and have already built a nice lead.
Here's Bates. Fades back. And they recover it. Double team on Nurkic. And they had their chances. 2 offensive rebounds. But they still come up empty. Outside Griffin. It's House outside. Bangs home the trifecta. House has got the lead up to 11 now for the 76ers.
And he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the D.
Nurkic can't hit.
That's exactly the look they wanted, guys. Right guy, right place, wrong result.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam.
Really piling on the lead with a dunk like that.
Here's Towns. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It goes on Jalen Johnson.
Boy, how do you stop Karl Anthony Towns, an elite scoring talent with incredible size?
You know, Greg, we know to win at the highest level, you need your star players to show up in the big game. With that in mind, what's the key?
You know, it's their will and if you look at the great ones, even when things haven't gone their way, they continue to scratch and claw and do everything in their power to try and get the W.
You know, with good form, a quick release, and a nice feel, Russell's comfortable in catch-and-shoot situations.
Pass to Bradley. Outside for Griffin. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Russell with it. Now guarded by Bradley.
Boy, in sync with his teammate on that possession. Well done by Towns on that pass.
Here's Griffin. Minnesota with the rebound. When this game is done, they'll be off to Chicago as they take on the Bulls. That will be their second of this 5-game road trip. Oh, and the jam by Towns.
Towns with the creativity and explosiveness.
Greg, you take a look at Nurkic. He is at his best going against big-name centers.
Nurkic is the kind of player who rises to a challenge, can be a bit inconsistent in what he gives you, but he loves the challenge of going up against the best.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Here's Towns. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Textbook up fake there. Towns does a great job imitating his usual shot motion. Earns himself a trip to the line.
And Towns drops them both.
And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
Yeah, I don't think it's an accident that... Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. My goodness.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either.
Boy, and I used to love going up and jamming it down like that, guys.
Kicks it out to Johnson. Bradley, no one around him. Hits the three-point bomb. Bradley's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. And Towns gets it to go.
And you see Towns with those big mitts, able to control the basketball on the dribble. That's where the size of your hands can be a nice asset for you.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
Outside Bradley. Pass to Griffin. Johnson, a wide open look. That drops. And it comes off an assist from Griffin.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
76ers foul.
Thank you, guys. Now, Tobias Harris has been the leading scorer on teams in the NBA, but on the Sixers, he understands his role is different. He says, I'm not a guy who's going to press for looks. The ball's going to flow how it flows, and I just got to be ready when the opportunity comes my way. That's what winning basketball is all about. Kevin?
David, thank you. Griffin, no one around him. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
Yeah, great outside shooting, really fueling this run.
Hits. Got that one from Nurkic.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
And the 76ers decide to take their first time out here. .115 left here in the second. Now, here's Melton. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Griffin can't get it to go in. And it's Ball penetrating. And Ball slams it in.
That sudden burst by Ball is so effective. Zipping in before the defense can react.
Oh, you hear that sound? That's the
yep.
flushing of the toilet right there.
Greg, a fierce two-hander.
Back, force, throw that.
And how exciting it must be to have LaMelo Ball, Clark, on your team.
Kevin, clearly one of the most exciting guards in the league. The anticipation was through the roof for Ball, and needless to say, I think he's lived up to it.
And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
There's 37 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. The shot by Vonleh, no good.
All the time in the world to get that one off.
Here's Ball. Second shot opportunity. And the layup is up and in. Ball's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the Timberwolves. And Harris wide open. He shoots. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow.
Nice touch from downtown. Tobias Harris continues to look better and better from this area.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and coach knows it.
Showing no signs of slowing or cooling down. They're going to ride him as far as he can take him.
And so it's Philadelphia going into the break with a 10-point lead. They're shooting the ball so well in this one. A great performance from the field. Right back after this break. And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. Timberwolves trail by 10. A fader. That's another one for him. His 5th in just 7 shots.
You know, Towns would rather shoot the 3 or post you up, but he's good enough as a shooter that the mid-range is effective for him too.
For 3, Harris. And Karl-Anthony Towns pulls it down. And so it's Towns with it. He brings it up for the Timberwolves. And here's Melton. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Harris looking it over. The trade. Melton, no good.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Out to the wing. Pass to Bates. This one for 3.
That's exactly how you win a rebound battle. Get good position and then use your strength to hold on to that position.
Nobody near Melton. The 76ers with another miss.
And they start the second half with 3 straight misses.
Now here's Nurkic. Missed inside.
That's 1 for their first 4 to start the second half.
Embiid the screen. For the 3. And the 3 ball is good.
There it is, the first basket of the half after missing their first 3 attempts.
Here's Ball. And the layup's good off the glass. Ball's got 8 points.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
They've given up a lot of 3-pointers here today.
And their defensive rotations have been non-existent.
The 76ers leading by 12. From deep. And that's good. Tobias Harris for 3. He's got 12.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
You know, they're having free reign from beyond the arc. The defense is just not there.
Nurkic. And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. And Philadelphia gets called for the foul.
At the line for 2.
You know, it took Nurkic a while to kind of establish himself as a starting center in the NBA, but it didn't take long to see it's a role he deserves.
Wow, what, did he have something in his eye on that shot?
Pass to Harris. From deep 3-point range. For 3. scored the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7.
Oh, great ball movement there.
The kick out to Ball. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Ball.
Not sure what he was thinking about with that pass. Just sailed it right out of bounds.
Now the 76ers with it. They're on a 12-3 run. Kicks it out to Johnson. Bradley with the ball. Back to Johnson. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Russell with it. Now defended by Embiid. Outside, Russell takes the 3. Kept alive, Minnesota. Tries again. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Kevin, he is tough to stop when he gets to the rim.
Yeah, Greg, he can get up a few notches higher.
Well, and that's exactly how the game is played in the paint inside, guys. I mean, if you can play over the top, I think you've got a big advantage.
And they need those kind of plays right now. Smart defense that generates some hope.
D'Angelo Russell, the 2nd overall pick in 2015.
Yeah, pretty interesting, too, Kevin, that the Lakers traded him after just his 2nd season. It was basically a salary dump. It wasn't about talent because he's got plenty of that, but he was young when he came into the league. He had a reset at age 21 and then went on to rebuild his stock in Brooklyn, making an all-star game there. And by doing that, showed everybody that he could start over.
Russell fires away from way outside. From beyond the arc and then some. Russell's got 11 points. And now looks like we've got an injury here, guys. We'll likely see him come out of the game.
And boy, when you see someone hurting like this, it's always scary.
You're exactly right. I mean, with the way it looks, what we have to hope for now is that somehow it's not a long-term issue.
Timberwolves trail by 13. There's Ball with the 3. Out of bounds. Philadelphia takes possession. 1:03 left in the 3rd. Outside Griffin. A 3-pointer is right on target. 14 points for him.
How about the last 5 made shots have all been threes? The defense is just giving up a barrage.
Most teams get the message to cover shooters after 1 or 2 wide open looks at the 3-point shot, but it seems like they have just not figured it out.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Boy, it's been a 3-point barrage. They came out gunning and have not stopped.
And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Russell left side. Lets it go from deep. Rebound by House.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
And another turnover here by Philadelphia.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Russell. Pass to Guy. Tries yet again. And they convert it last on attempt number 3. Guy's got 6 points.
Boy, the former 2nd overall pick has really worked on his passing. That was an outstanding find by Russell.
And as we end the 3rd quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. 76ers on. And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Here's Bradley. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. Bradley's got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for Philadelphia. Here's Guy. Outside Bradley. On the wing, Melton. Back to Bradley. Shot clock at 5. Deep. No good. Shot missing. Timberwolves trail by 19. Here's Moore. Inside. Got a piece of it. Just over a minute played here in the fourth. A good look for Melton. From out on the wing, he knocks it down. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for Philadelphia.
They made a point to protect the rim, challenging shots all game long, and the block total is off the charts.
Well, let's make sure we don't overlook the steals they've been able to get now. Those forced turnovers have helped them put points on the board and in their pocket.
To the middle. Rebound by the 76ers. They'll host the Denver Nuggets after this one. They'll find themselves in the middle of this string of 3 straight at home. And here's Bradley from 3. Out to Harris. Second chance shot. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
That's good vision from Harris. I mean, he draws so much attention himself, so he's become a capable passer.
Number 44.
And that one misses. We know, Greg, the league trending towards small ball, but some teams are having success playing 2 bigs up front.
And I think the key is having versatile big men. If they can space the floor and play in space, also be able to cover smaller players, why not get the added rebounding and rim protection?
The 3 from Bradley. Sinks the three-pointer. Bradley's got 5 points now in the quarter.
He can be a forgotten man in their offense sometimes, but the D still has to keep an eye on him.
Pass to Russell. All sorts of time. It's hauled in by Harris. And it's Harris with the ball for the 76ers. They lead by 24, their biggest margin. So it's Philadelphia now. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points. Poked away. Towns with the steal.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Fires from deep. They get it back. Goes back up. He lays it in.
Boy, good effort that time from Towns on the offensive board, ensuring that his team is able to end that possession with points.
Timeout called, the 76ers. So both teams changing it up here.
76ers PNC.
Here's Nunn. Griffin looking it over. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. And even with the ratings going strong, the younger generations often cord cutting. How does the NBA engage that audience?
Kevin, I think making game action trend on social media, and when big moments happen for maybe a small fee, allow people to be a part of it. It's like highlights, but live.
Despite the wiry frame, taking it up strong inside, and D'Angelo will get free throws.
The first free throw is good. And so Russell hits them both. And player nicknames are a fun part of covering the games. Now, a lot of guys, GA, are just going with their initials, like KD or AD or KG. Do we need more creativity?
I don't know, Kevin. Maybe the league could give guys a cash bonus for picking a nickname. Initials excluded. That might spark some creativity.
You know, we've talked about the stroke before. The repeatable motion that Russell has. I'm trying to find that with my golf swing, fellas. Because of his stroke, though, he can be rough if he gets locked in.
That shot by Griffin, no good. Here's McDaniels. No good from outside.
We know how good a shooter he is. It's frustrating for him when he's not able to knock down that kind of wide open look.
Griffin goes in. Nurkic with the block.
And that 7'2" wingspan for Nurkic, he can just gobble up shots. He knocks that one away with authority.
Philadelphia leading by 18.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for the 76ers.
It was like watching a three-point shooting contest tonight here.
And they just didn't seem to let up, whether the last several shots went down or not. 3 after 3, it just seemed to pay off for them.
And so that moves their record to 11 wins on the year.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win.
And that next meeting will be their second and final game of the season series, being in opposite conferences. So you bet nobody wants to get swept even in a 2-game season series. I think the next game will be hotly contested.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Joel Embiid.
Now, he was a problem on the glass today, relentlessly crashing the boards, and came away with a bushel basket full of rebounds.
And a deep three from Russell. Tried to come right back with the three of his own. It's no good.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
And, you know, this run shows what kind of attitude this team has. I mean, the win is there. Go get it.
Oh, man, what a shot. He hit that from another time zone.
The three. Rebound by Nurkic.
Excellent, excellent box out there, keeping himself between the man and the basket.
Pass to Nunn. And they'll get another chance.
You know, at the end of the day, size does matter, especially on the glass.
Last year I made $7 million, didn't have to do a single show. Should I tune my up at Coca-Cola for the check that cut me at the Super Bowl? On my life moments is a Super Bowl. Dr. Dre, he got a Super Bowl. Last night I was texting Jack Dorsey, that's the perks you get from being super dope. This is real life, ain't no act in it. All these raps, they be Brad Pitt. Every little thing I do is mad different. Got my little cousin playing badminton. Gave my little bro a quick 50 piece, he got the whole hit. And I've been stacking up all these assets, can be conducting any bad business. Like, whoa, hey, I keep that drip on me. I'm big homie. Hey, I can't ever slip homie. My mama might flip on me. Like, whoa, hey, drop top coupe in the summer. I rest my case like, hey, I'ma live life to the fullest with every single breath I take. Like, let me tell you something real quick. Hey, you told every time that you touch my wrist, I'm the greatest. Can't fit with this. My pull up in them Chevys and Beamers. We all young and rich, you can't check my demeanor. I just bought a Birkin for my Aunt Regina. I've been getting money since I was a senior, but last year I made $7 million, didn't have to do a single show. Should I tune my up at Coca-Cola for the check that cut me at the Super Bowl? On my life moments is a Super Bowl. Dr. Dre, he got a Super Bowl. Last night I was texting Jack Dorsey, that's the perks you get from being super dope. I be feeling like it's me against the world, but I can give a fuck who my opponent is. Asking why I dropped the YBN, I had no other choices, we ain't own it. You know that janky, I'm not condoning it. With a couple, I got a bone to pick. I'm on some movement, y'all on some moment. But I'll be here forever, y'all can go and quit. We had bad, then a new Bentley, just re-up from that new stimmy. My brother counting them blue Benjis, only feel good with my crew with me. Like, whoa, they tried to question my character. Yo, Richard Blake, We some world don't fit the criteria. Don't like your vibe, not allowed in my area. I entered this game and I came here to change it. Speak my beliefs, now they calling me dangerous. Taking a throne and I'm gonna maintain it. I gotta go down as just one of the greatest. So anybody got a problem with me, can't fake, kick it, you're politicking. I ain't worried about it, I know God is with me. Your peace of mind is worth $1.50. But last year I made $7 million, didn't have to do a single show. Should I too much up at Coca-Cola for the check that cut me at the Super Bowl? On my life moments is a Super Bowl. Dr. Dre, he got a Super Bowl. Last night I was texting Jack Dorsey, that's the perks you get from being super dope.
Feel as good as it look. I'ma keep it real with you. I'm straight though. Made me what I am today. Butcher coming. This ain't my story about rags to riches, more about how I mastered physics. In the game I used to train like Rocky, catch it. I was nice, but they was right when they told me that rapper business. I had 10 bands in my stash when I passed over $500,000. Come easy, no good, don't be surprised I'll last you. It's like they put out a smash, then they gone in a flash, admit it. And then they make tracks and disses like that's gonna add up the digits. They showing fake racks and pictures like that's gonna attract it. That was really me. I ain't have to act and conflicted. Only difference is I'm living, and I would've one of who knew that after. And I still be casual, spending $1 plus annual income. So here's my manual, then some. And this east side still in me, my ability to turn words to imagery. Probably the reason they gon' remember me. Figure we walk this tightrope with a feline's agility. There's so much to me, I could never live civilly. I can never without checking my mirrors visually. Come with that energy, cause gon' always stick with me. They wanna know what I brought to Griselda. I say validity. They asking what work I put in. I'm like, but didn't we? Problems, then I correct through the obstacles I progress. Illogical for them to feel they responsible for our success. Besides Kanye West, tell me who else I gotta respect. Cause I'm kinda perplexed. It's about time that I got my respect. It's the Butcher. Let's go.
About time that I got my respect, it's the Butcher. Yeah. Cold world. Griselda. You know what I mean?
Griselda.
You know what it is? When I show up, I'm on 10, not 9. On the night I was born, the rain was pouring, God was crying, lightning struck, power outage, sparks was flying, the real one's here, the young boy that walked with lions around the outlines of chalk with a lion. Of course I'm trying to revive a sport that's dying, but the in the bars that y'all relying, got these nerves thinking that you Zion, but that just mean I ain't as comfortable as y'all with lying, stretching the truth. No, I never stress in the booth. They feel the pressure, me, I feel like I just left them a masseuse. Effortless, how I'm skating on these records is proof. I put